party on this launch. Hi friends, I'm Jennifer Scott and welcome back to my channel, J Scott Beauty. I am so sorry I was off the last week. I went for a facial and unfortunately it didn't turn out well for me and I really didn't think I should be on camera. I needed time to heal, so I'm back, baby. So the downside of having a week off was that I didn't get to use my new launches, which I was super friggin' bummed about, but we're totally gonna do it today. So as you already know, Jaclyn Hill relaunched her highlighting powders and she launched a blushing and bronzing palette. Now on launch day, I was like waiting 5 minutes before the site went live. I was refreshing. I knew exactly what colors I was gonna get. I had picked them all out. I had 5 items in my basket, and while I was checking out, 2 of them were removed because they were sold out. So yeah, even if you have stuff in your cart, you can lose it. But I was able to get my hands on the 3 things I wanted most. So we're gonna try them out and finish off today's face. So first off, I have the bronze and blushing duo in the shade Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. Now, of course, you know when this came in the mail, I had to open it. There was no way I was gonna let it sit in the box until I revealed it to you. So let's take a look. First of all, this is gorgeous packaging that we've come to expect from Jaclyn. I'm gonna expect nothing less than luxe, blingy, gorgeous packaging because that's the kind of girl she is. Now inside we have these 2 gorgeous shades. This here soft pink just totally speaks, you know, my springtime palette, and a soft light bronzer. Yep, that's what I want. Now, as you may or may not know, she has her powders all milled in Italy. These are baked powders, so they are going to be softer. They're going to be very silky. Let's see. Yep, super silky. But they're also going to go on sheer initially. You really have to work to build up baked powders, which I really like because, as we all know, I am heavy-handed with my powders. I just keep going in because I like that soft build. But if you like something that is just like a gentle, luminous sweep of color, then a baked powder is going to be perfect for you. So for those of you who have followed Jaclyn Hill's story, I've probably been with her for, I don't know, 7-8 years, and I've watched her brand grow from her just doing makeup tutorials to starting a brand, having a little bit of a stumble with a lipstick launch about 1.5 years ago, and kind of rebuilding and coming back. Now here's the thing, lots of people are kind of like iffy about influencer brands. I'm not. My feeling is that influencers try so many products. Some of them try basically all the products. So they really learn what they like, what sort of finishes, what sort of textures, you know, the longevity they want, what colors work with different skin tones. Like all these things are tested over and over again just by the fact that they have Instagram channels and YouTube channels. So for the most part, I really trust influencer brands when they are owned by the influencer. Collabs are a slightly different thing. Some of them I'm fine with. Some of them I'm like, this is just a cash grab. I don't care. But when it comes to Jaclyn Hill, that poor girl works her ass off. I've purchased other Jaclyn Hill collabs in the past. She's had a few with Morphe. I've purchased them. I like them. I've been happy with them. I've used them on and off for years. I have no shade whatsoever for this hardworking girl and her brand. All right, let's get at it. Let's finish this face. First, I'm going to go in with the bronzer, of course. I'm going to go in kind of heavy because, well, it's a baked powder and it's a lighter shade. I mean, it's powdery, but I don't care. And the size of the mirror in this baby, thank you very much, Jaclyn. It's nice to actually be able to see yourself in a mirror. All right, here we go. Yes, so it is definitely soft. I have a feeling that if this were to be an everyday bronzer for me, I might go through this pretty quickly. But the shade is really pretty. I have never had a bronzer shade quite this color. It's soft. I don't feel that it's orangey or too brown. I mean, it goes on super easily. If blending isn't your thing and you just like to go in, I think this is a perfect powder for that. I mean, instant warmth. Yeah, very pretty. Now, when I did my face, I only set under my eyes and my nose. I didn't actually set the whole face because I didn't want to be super powdery for these powders to go on top of. And I think that was the right thing to do. And I'm just going to do lightly down the sides of my nose. Yeah, this powder is super pretty. I think it's very flattering. I love the tone. The shade is perfect. Did I have some building to do? Yeah, but I don't care. I mean, for the right finish, I will blend and build all day long, but I didn't have to with this. So I only watched a couple videos on this product. I really didn't want to be swayed by what other people were thinking or their thoughts on the product. I will say though, I did see some internet chatter that they felt that a lot of the blush shades were pretty much the same. I don't think that was probably really true. I have a feeling that because it's a baked powder and when people were doing swatches on their arms, the colors may have looked similar. However, with baked blushes in general, you have to build them up, and that's when you get your color payoff. If you just want a sheer wash of color, then all you need is 1 or 2 swipes and you're good to go. So let's see. We're gonna go in with this here Pink Me Up shade. And of course I'm gonna go in a little heavy. I will tap it off. And I'm going to start just above the apples of my cheeks and bring it up. That is super pretty. I mean, if we look from the unblushed side to my blushed side, I think that is so flattering. Now, we all know pinks are my colors. So, of course, I was probably going to like this. But I think what I really like about it is how it's really blending nicely with this shade of bronzer. I'm not getting that like pink to brown. I think these shades go really well together. And I mean, if you want ease, this is ease. Not having to guess which bronzer and which blush for you. I mean, if you just pick whichever shade you like, oh, that's my shade of bronzer, oh, that's my shade of pink, I think that the other one is gonna go along really well. Of course, tip of the nose, a little bit on the chin, and then up into my bronzer because that's how I always do. Have you purchased this? Do you have it in your collection? What are your thoughts on it? One thing that Jaclyn and I have in common, we are both blush girls. We love, love, love our blush. So I wasn't too concerned that I wasn't gonna like this. I actually had pretty high hopes for it, and I think my hopes were met. Okay, I am gonna put on a little more than necessary, and you know why. Now, I've instantly gotten this packaging all dirty, which is super annoying, but we makeup girls know the struggle is real with our pretty packaging and our grimy fingers. Oh, and did I mention at $36, I don't think that's a bad deal for both a cheek color and a bronzer. I mean, that is some fancy packaging. Some people are complaining it's a little bit bulky. I kind of don't care. I actually like a slightly more bulky packaging because God forbid I drop it. I don't want the product inside to break. And I feel like a bulkier packaging kind of is a little more resilient and takes care of your product inside. Okay, now we're gonna go to her Luminous Powder. Now here's what's kind of confusing. On the box it says Luminous Powder, but on her website it's called Mood Light. So you gotta kind of pay attention to what it is you're getting. Now I actually had this and another shade in my cart. This here is the shade Brighten Up. It is $32 and it can be used a couple different ways. It can be used as like a soft all over setting powder that has a little bit of a sheen to it, or you can use it for a very subtle highlight. Now I picked this one up in this color because Jaclyn said her mother, who is probably just slightly older than me, uses this shade as her setting powder and loves it because it gives her just a nice soft glow. And here's the thing, as we get older, we start to lose our glow. And girl, you know I do not want to lose my glow. All right, so we're gonna get into this here pretty package. I mean, God, she does packaging right. There is nothing better than sitting down at your makeup table and just seeing pretty boxes. You just want to play and use. There's lots of makeup that comes in, frankly, ugly packaging that works really well. But when you have a nice product in a lovely box, oh God, I know it makes me feel my most girly. All right, so I'm going to take this and tap it into the cap. It is pretty packed in here. It's kind of hard to get it out. All right, so I have that much in the cap, and I'm going to try it 2 ways. On one side of my face, I'm going to use it as an all over setting powder, and on the other side, I'm going to use it as a highlight and see which way I like it best. All right, I'm going to use a big fluffy brush and just swirl in the cap. I'm going to tap off any extra. I got a good amount there. And I'm going to use it for all over finishing. Am I the only one seeing that? This Mood Light powder took this side of my face and made it like creamy and smooth and cohesive. Ooh, yeah, I do like that. I was a little worried at first that this was going to kind of make me shine or glow too much, but that is not the case at all. Now, if you can tell, my blush has come down in tone compared to the other side that's not set. So yeah, using a little more blush, not a bad idea. Holy crap, I really love this for a finishing powder. Holy crap. All right, I'm gonna put some more in the cap, and let's try it as a highlight on my cheekbones on the other side of my face. Oh, look at that. I was not expecting that. So just centralizing it right on my cheekbones, bringing it up and around, and I've got a glow there. I mean, considering on this side of my face, it kind of diffused and softened and made everything look creamy, but using it as just a highlight on this side, and that is a blingy highlight. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm going to blend that in a little bit because I was not expecting that. All right, let's bring it down the bridge of my nose and see how we like that. Yeah, that's a really pretty. It's not like freaking out and being like bling, bling, bling. It's just a nice little glow there. Ooh. Okay. Yep, Jaclyn, I'm super down for this. Oh, and my Cupid's bow. Ooh. I'll just highlight here a little bit. So the fact that I can wear this as an all over like finishing powder or just as a highlight, come on. What are you thinking? Do you like it better as a highlight or as a finishing powder? I know she's looking kind of crazy. At $32 for this, you betcha I'm going to get another shade. This is pretty. Now I'm going to put it on as a highlight on this side too. The funny thing is, she came out with these, I don't know, a year or so ago, and I just wasn't feeling it. I guess I just wasn't in like a powder kind of mood. I am so in a powder kind of mood, and I am super into these. Do you have these? Have you tried them? Have you been using them? What are your thoughts? All right, now this little jammer here is called the Loose Highlighter, although online it's called the Beaming Light because it is supposed to be super, super glowy and bright. All right, so here it is in the shade Extra. This size is $24, and you only need the tiniest amount, so I'm not mad at it. This I got specifically just for doing my inner corner highlight on the brow bone highlight and maybe a little bit on the nose. Let's see. All right, I have a little bit in here. I'm using it on a tiny brush. I'm definitely tapping it off because when I watched her use it, I was like, holy crap, that is some highlight. We're going in for inner corner. Tell me what you think. Ooh. What? Like that was 2 little pats. Are you kidding me? I have a feeling, yeah, I don't even need to dip back in and I can do the other side. 2 little pats. Let's do our brow bone highlight. It's gonna rub, oh, are you kidding? Seriously? Yeah, this. All right, I'm going to try and blend that just a little bit. Bring that up. You all know I love an inner corner highlight, and this is it. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. Let's do just a tiny little bit on the tip of the nose because that's what Jaclyn says in her tips and tricks drop down on the website. Yep, just a tiny little bit on the tip of the nose. Okay, Beaming Light in the shade Extra. Yep, you're my new favorite friend. So have you bought this? Were you able to get it on the original launch? Did you get it on the second launch a couple weeks ago? I think it might be sold out. I'm pretty sure it's also sold out on Ulta. As soon as it comes back in stock, I think you better get it. And I also think I'm going to go back into Mood Light, and I'm going to put the all over. I mean, it is a little hard to get out of here. I'm going to say it's probably jam-packed full of product. Let's just get this side to match the other side. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Oh, I love this brush, not so much. I mean, what do you think? Are you into this? I am really into this. Oh my God, I think it's so pretty. I know that I have tons of other powders that do kind of the same thing, but this really levels up my game. I mean, oh God, it's so pretty. I think it's so creamy and soft and gives that kind of like, I think it just gives like a beautiful luminosity to my skin that just kind of makes it look alive and not be dull and dry looking. Oh, I think it's really pretty. What do you think? Please tell me. Put in the comments below. Let me know if you like how this is looking on me, if you have it, if you've been using it, what colors you're using. I'm definitely going to get another blush and bronzing duo, and I'm going to get another one of these Mood Lights. I can't remember. There was another shade of this I wanted to try. I think this is really, really pretty. And isn't it nice to just feel pretty some days? All right, it's all love for me for the Jaclyn Cosmetics. That's another thing. It started out as Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, and I think it's also just Jaclyn Cosmetics since she and her husband, who she got the last name Hill from, are now divorced. So I'm not sure exactly. I know you can go to Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. I think you can go to Jaclyn Cosmetics. I don't know. Whatever the name, Jaclyn's new products, I love, I am totally here for, and I'm definitely getting more. These will be sitting front and center right on my desk where I can use them easily all the time. I want to thank you for joining me for Jaclyn's new launch and her relaunch. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. I will link the products in the description box below so that you can go to her site if you like these shades and find them easily. Although I do think they are out of stock, but they are going to be mainstays on her site. They will always be members of her collection, so they will be restocked. You will be able to get them. It is nice to feel cute when it's only 24 degrees outside. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you real soon.